All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Nest here at West Defford High School as we have quickly moved into the postseason. And our first postseason live stream of the springtime features your West Defford Eagles hosting the Overbrook Rams in the preliminary round of the NJSIAA Group 2 South playoffs. We are extremely excited that the weather has cooperated. It is a beautiful day out here at the ballpark with a consistent breeze blowing out to dead center. It's certainly a hitter's day today as the Eagles come in looking to advance in the South Jersey Group 2 playoffs. And Overbrook Rams, a familiar foe, formerly in the Colonial Conference 2 years ago prior to moving to the Tri-County. And we will get things underway with Kayla Van Elsend leading off for the Rams. Bella Kwashek, the sophomore for West Defford on the hill. Bella has had a great year. Van Elsend, 54 at bat, 16 runs, 21 hits, 13 RBIs. As we make our way through the lineup for the first time. Overbrook coached by head coach Lindsay Ciano, sitting at 8-9, 4-3 in the Tri-Co Diamond Division. That one's fouled off, out of play. Friends and family crowd here to start the game. I'm sure both programs excited at a shot at a Group 2 South run. Ball high, runs the count to 2-2. In the last 5 head-to-head games, these teams have played consistently, as we said earlier, in Colonial Conference competition, but their last head-to-head matchup was back in 2019. As Van Elsend is battling here, fights off another one in which the Eagles took that competition on April 18th, 2019 with a 4-0 victory. The Rams have been tough over the years in softball. Most recently this year, in their last 5 games with wins over Pittman, 17-1, wins over Penns Grove, 14-3, so clearly able to put the bat on the ball. As Kwashek gets the first strikeout of the game. Bella Kwashek, sophomore year, has been supremely dominant in multiple outings, especially as a young pitcher, doing a great job just settling in and starting to operate more like a veteran than a sophomore. Skylar Nicholas steps into the box for the Rams. Skylar 19 for 50, 12 RBIs, 18 base hits. Skylar, a senior outfielder, currently batting .380 on the year, so certainly capable of getting on base. And Bella high and outside, testing the edges of the plate here early to see what she can and cannot get away with. It's been interesting to see the strike zone differentials between officials this year, particularly the inside half of the plate. We have those that'll give it to you kissing the edge of the plate and those who will not. So it'll be interesting to see where this crew officiates the plate today as Bella goes to a 3-1 count on Skylar. What will be key here is for the higher-seeded Eagles to establish dominance early against the Rams. West Defford has won the last 5 matchups against the Overbrook, and you always wonder, particularly as a coach, does your team, after losing the last 5, do they believe they can win the game? So it'll be critical for Overbrook to get runners on and make something happen here early. Whenever you're considered the underdog, you want to try to light a fire early on and get your team believing. And when you're the higher seed, you clearly want to establish dominance early on to make the opponent, to squash any belief they may have. It's Amanda Briggs with the bunt. That'll move the runner over. Skylar goes over to second base. Amanda Briggs with that bunt getting her job done, was to move that runner in a scoring position with 2 outs on the board. And that will bring Lily Augusto to the plate for the Rams. Lily, 54 at-bats, 21 hits, 13 RBIs. Batting in the 4-hole today. Does have 1 home run, 389 average on the season. Bella gets the outer edge of the plate right there. She could live there. I know on our Florida trip down to the Wide World of Sports, when Bella was at her best is when she was getting the outside of the plate and could settle in out there in that spot that hitters don't want to dive across the plate to, but they know it's too close not to swing. And if Bella can find comfort on that outside edge there, then it's going to be a great day for the Eagles as Lily fights off another Kwashek pitch. Goes to 0-2 on the count with 2 outs. Skylar Nicholas on second base. Ball's high. Nicholas will move to third. And now the Eagles have some work to do with an immediate threat at third base. And this is exactly where Overbrook wants to be. Capitalize on mistakes by the Eagles and put a run up on the board early. Great contact by Lily Augusto right there. She fouls another one off. Count is 1-2. And if Overbrook can put some runs up here early, it'll really challenge the Eagles lineup to come back and score early and keep them uncomfortable. This West Deptford team has battled through a tough schedule and had numerous wars as a half swing by Augusto goes foul. So they are battle tested. In their last game, Overbrook lost to a scrappy Deptford team, 10-6. But have also played the likes of Eastern and Woodstown, who are 2 very good programs. That ball goes in the dirt and will make the count 2-2. So, a big moment here for the young sophomore Kwashek. Top 1, runner on third, 2 outs in a playoff game. Could swing the momentum to West Deptford's direction with a strikeout here. And she gets it. So great job by Bella Kwashek holding down the early threat by Overbrook. And we go into the bottom half of the first inning in our round 1 playoff game with the score Overbrook 0, West Deptford 0. All right, and here we go, bottom of the first. Amaya Smith on the mound for Overbrook. Nicole Anderson, senior, at the plate for West Deptford, leading off. Amaya, 71 innings pitched, 114 hits given up, 74 runs allowed. Look for that outside edge, just as Bella was earlier. 44 strikeouts for Amaya, the senior pitcher and first baseman. So she's certainly capable, and she will have to match Kwasiak today in order to keep the Eagles' bats at bay. As Nicole Anderson looks at one right down the middle of the plate, that'll drive the count up to 1-2. Nicole on the season, primarily in the leadoff position, 68 at-bats. 24 runs batted in, and she looks at a ball outside. 25 hits, 13 RBIs. Has been a phenomenal leader for the Eagles this year as one of the few seniors. And she ropes one to left center field way back. One hops off the fence. Nicole's going to round first, going to second, and she will stand up. Oh, late slide. And that's what you want from your senior leader at the leadoff position. Great power. The wind has died down slightly here, now blowing from, I guess that would be west to east a little bit, coming from the Delaware River. But Nicole put a great bat on that one, and she will lead it off with a double and put us in scoring position early on. As Jaden Kelly steps in up to the plate, and this is where the West Effort lineup is really dangerous. Those first 4 or 5 hole hitters can do damage when they get hot, and Jaden Kelly is one of those hitters at 54 at-bats this year. 18 hits, 16 runs, scored 13 RBIs, but also one of the best fundamental players on the team. Serves as the shortstop and backup pitcher, and she lives and eats and breathes softball. Good pitch from Amaya Smith, runs the count to 1-2. Jaden, 333 on the year. At the plate, takes a ball high. Catcher Kelly Hartman will be on deck with the pitcher Bella Kwasiak in the 4-hole. So Eagles looking to get up early here with no outs. And Amaya tries to find that outside edge earlier. I mean, that's got to be the sweet spot whenever you can get batters to start diving across the plate. You're going to be in control. Maya's still trying to find that strike zone. Kelly pops one up, and that finds the honey hole between right field and the second baseman. That'll move Nicole Anderson to third base. Just getting the job done, manufacturing runners here as we now have runners on first and third, and 6-seeded Eagles come out and do what they knew they needed to, and now have Overbrook in a predicament. Second base is open. Isabella Boyle behind the dish. That's a RBI single for catcher Kelly Hartman, and that is exactly what you needed from your first 3 hitters of the game. I apologize. That's Jordan McCourt behind the plate today for the Rams. And now you have Jaden Kelly on third base, Kelly Hartman on first with your 4-hole hitter, sophomore Bella Kwasiak up, and Bella certainly has the power to open this game up here. 18 and for 55 this year, 18 RBIs, and she ropes one two hops in the right center field. 2 runs will score. Bella into second on a stand-up double. And just like that, it is 3-0 Eagles in this round 1 playoff game. And there's nothing that's going to make you more confident in the game of softball than when you're on the mound pitching and you're helping manufacture runs for your teams. And that's what makes this Eagles squad dangerous. Number 1, they certainly have the lineup to score runs. Number 2, they are young and scrappy. Fearless team that doesn't mind mixing it up with anyone. 4-0 loss to a very good Delsey team over the weekend, but still an unbelievable battle and scrap in that game for the Eagles. And Overbrook trying to handle the pressure right now as Macy Harold rips one in the left field for another extra base hit, and the Eagles clearly coming out and trying to make a statement here. And Amaya Smith just needs to continue to weather this storm as Victoria Connolly steps into the box. Another ground ball through shortstop. Really good play right there by Kayla Van Elsen, the shortstop. Great decision to go to third base with it. It was safe. I did not see the call there. I was looking down at my notes. She was actually safe right there. Coach Sydney Ponto looks a little bit unhappy about that decision to run right there. Close play at third base. Smart play by Kayla Van Elsen. And that's a Sam Sutter with the bunt to move the runners over and score another run. That makes it 5-0 Eagles as they keep their foot on the pedal here. Nice job by Sutter laying that bunt down. That brings up Nat McGivern, the junior left fielder. And let's see what Coach Ponto decides to do here with 1 out. Victoria Connolly on on second base. The score 5-0 in favor of West Defford. Ground ball to third base. It's a nice job by third baseman. Get my notes here. Amanda Briggs. Thrown over first base to get the first out of the inning. Second out of the inning, I believe. Aaron Thayer, the freshman, with a single right up the middle. And the Eagles are just hitting up and down the lineup. Amaya Smith doing everything she can to keep the ball on the ground. Eagles just hitting them where they're not. So it drives the score to 6-0. And we reach the top of the lineup with Nicole Anderson back up. Aaron Thayer's on first base, 2 outs. Maya Smith on the mound for Overbrook. Ground ball to shortstop. Kayla Van Elsen over to first. And Nicole Anderson beats it out on a great hustle play. Thought Van Elsen might go to second with that. And Aaron Thayer's got a great jump off the ground ball to the hole. It's short, and Nicole Anderson was able to beat it out. And those are the things that West Defford's going to have to do to continue to try to advance in this tournament. Group 2 South loaded with good softball programs. And that's Jaden Kelly. On a hard shot to shortstop that kind of eats up Van Elsen a little bit, and Jaden will be safe at first. So here you have bases loaded. Catcher Kelly Hartman steps into the plate. Score is 6-0 Eagles. And Overbrook looking for one more out to weather this West Defford Storm in the first half. Bouncer back up to the pitcher, Amaya Smith, throws it over to first base, and that will end the inning. A barrage of hits, 9 to be exact, from the Eagles to set the tone for this round 1 playoff game against the Overbrook Rams. And that will do it for the first inning as we move to the top of the second. And the Overbrook Rams will come up to plate to try to answer the call in the top of the second inning. And we are at the top of the second. Maddie Himes steps into the box for Overbrook, the 5-hole hitter. Maddie 19 for 48 on the year. 10 ribbies. As she calls time and steps out. And Maddie in a very important spot here, leading off the second inning as the Overbrook Rams look to respond to the Eagles' 6-run inning in the bottom of the first. Bella Kwasiek on the mound for the Eagles. Helped her team out there, helped herself out in the bottom first with a stand-up double RBI. She brings the heat right up the chute right there, and that'll run the count of 1-2. The winner of this preliminary round will face the winner of Delran and Deffert on the other side of the bracket. Ball high, 2-2. That game will be played on Thursday, so either West Deffert or Overbrook would travel if Delran were to win, and never know. Deffert sitting at the 14 seed. Maybe pulls up an upset and get a home game. As Kwasiek gets the outside of the plate to strike out Maddie Himes here in the top of the second. And if Bella can live on that outside half, it will be a big day for her as the pitcher, Amaya Smith, steps into the box here. The lefty looking to help herself. As you have lefty on lefty here with Kwasiek, and oftentimes both in baseball and softball, having that left-handed pitcher is so critical. Oh, good rip by Amaya Smith. She sends that ball into left field. It is a fair ball as McGivern chases, and Amaya Smith will be in for a stand-up double as the senior pitcher looks to swing the momentum back to the Rams. And that was a well-hit ball, opposite way. Quashek trying to catch the outside edge of the plate opposite the lefty there. Got a little bit too much of it, and Maya Smith took it that way. Lorelei McNally steps into the box and takes a strike from Bella Quashek with 1 out, runner on second. One out here as Overbrook tries to make something happen and take advantage of the opportunity that's placed before them. Bella goes back to the outside of the plate, gets it. Excuse me, that was outside ball. I thought we had a strike call there. Close. And that'll be strike 3 as she brings the heat and sets down another Overbrook Ram. 2 outs. Runner on second. In the first inning, Overbrook finished the inning with a runner on third. And here again we see Bella Quashek having to finish off the side and stunt the Rams' attempt here as we get a bunt from Overbrook, and Kelly Hartman gets under it and squares away out number 3 at the top of the second inning. And we have your Eagles 6, Overbrook 0, 9 hits for the Eagles, 1 for the Rams, and West Effort will look to continue to keep their foot on the pedal here as we move into the bottom of the second. We are back at West Everett High School in this round 1 preliminary Group 2 South matchup featuring the Overbrook Rams against our West Everett Eagles. And pitcher Bella Quashek steps back into the box, facing off against Overbrook's pitcher Amaya Smith. Both pitchers helping themselves out with stand-up doubles at their last plate appearances. Amaya tried to get something going for the Rams last inning. Bella in the bottom of the first. One hopped left center field. Right center field, excuse me. And we face off again. And again, this will be critical for West Everett. 6 runs in the first inning. Look to continue that onslaught here. as Bella rips one to right field. That was a rocket off the glove of the right fielder, and she will settle in for a single. Maddie Himes, the right fielder there, just could not handle it. Tipped off the edge of her glove, and Bella will take it however she can get it to get runners on base. And we are joined by baseball, softball extraordinaire, head middle school girls basketball coach, former freshman football coach, business education teacher, the one, the only, Mr. Robert Veight. Coach Veight, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
JV softball season is wrapped up, you and Mr. Pancella.
Yes, sir.
And here we find the Eagles up 6-0. What are your thoughts, takeaways on the start of this game and the Eagles' hot start?
A hot start is the key, especially with that pitcher on the mound. Hot start is the key. So Bella throws the way Bella throws. Confidence riding high.
Yeah, agreed. Bella started the game very strong as Macy Harold just continues to hit the ball well and
Has impressed.
Yeah, move the runner Emily Gallagher up to second. Coach, this is a young lineup.
Very, very young lineup.
Where have you seen improvement from this group throughout the year? I know that you've been coaching the JVs up, but I'm sure you've caught your fair share of varsity action. Where have they improved?
Absolutely. You have a lot of players out of their, I guess, number one choice preference position. You have players that have played second base and gotten starts there, and then next game, boom, you're in left field. We've had players that have led off, and then all of a sudden you're batting seventh the next game. So a lot of versatility, a lot of ability to play multiple positions, and that is indeed impressive.
Victoria Connolly, deep shot to center field, and that ball will go under the net. But another run will score with 0 outs here in the bottom of the second. West Effort takes a commanding 7-0 lead. And both pitchers here today, Coach, helping themselves out. Amaya Smith for Overbrook with a stand-up double, and Bella Kwashek 2 for 2 right now. Talk about the importance of having a pitcher and the game-changing ability you have at this level.
The phrase has been around forever. Help yourself, help yourself. So having a pitcher that can contribute offensively is huge, absolutely huge, and that's from Little League on up. So I've seen Bella bat third, fourth, fifth. So having someone with that kind of bat in the middle of the lineup, that's huge. Putting the ball in play.
Yep, Sam Sutter rounds one back to Amaya Smith. Emily Gallagher will be safe at the plate. And that will run the score to 8-0. The Eagles' bats have been lively lately, Coach Veight. In the last 3 games, they outscored Haddonfield 15-0, Collingswood 10-0 before their Delsey loss. So certainly the Eagles lineup is capable.
And you know this, any sport. Oh, there we go. Any sport, you can ride momentum. Ride momentum next game, next game.
Absolutely. And that's Nat McGivern who grounds it into Ava Watkins at second. Great diving play by the second baseman. Watkins right there. And Amaya Smith has done a good job keeping the ball on the ground today. I know the Eagles are having some success putting the bat on the ball, but she has kept it in the infield. I think the Eagles just hustling a little bit and really putting the Rams in a position to have to make quick decisions.
And capitalizing on some defensive miscues for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice play.
Freshman Erin Thayers moves into the plate.
And if she puts the ball in the outfield grass, you're going to see some speed here.
Yeah. And just another youngster in this lineup, too.
3 freshmen, I believe, right?
Yep. With Bella as a sophomore, she speaks of great things to come for the Eagles' future.
Speed, safe.
Ah, there it is. You called it, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
Thayers beats it out to first, puts the pressure on, and she will move over to second as another run scores.
And that's a 2-out run based on speed.
Yeah.
Speed makes that happen. She was moving on the swing.
And that'll make it 9-0 now. Eagles. Coach, what are you saying to Amaya Smith if you're an Overbrook coach and you come out to the mound right now and try to keep her confident?
She is doing her job. Since I put this headset on, I'm looking at, I think, about 5 outs that I've seen. So those are defensive miscues, and what you have to do now, if I'm on the other side, we take advantage. You have to take advantage, keep the pressure on, and All sports are mental. These defenders out here are thinking now.
Yeah.
She is doing her job. She's out there grinding. She's throwing mostly strikes. These balls are in play, and we've seen some miscues.
And when it comes to playoff athletics in any sport, the team that's going to advance is the team that can make the least amount of mistakes.
100%.
Right? There's nothing worse than unforced errors when you're playing big-time competition.
The lights are on. The stage is set. Got to make the plays. Other side of that, got to take advantage when the plays are not made.
Nicole Anderson, senior leader, back out to the plate here as the Eagles are just ripping away. I'm really impressed to see their confidence at the plate with 2 outs and 2 strikes on today. It seems as though they're unfazed and not trying to do too much. Cole pops that one up.
In between.
Yep, into the honey hole again.
Nice.
Right fielder does a nice job. That is Bella Boyle hustling over to make the play out of right field. That looked like it was going to fall in the honey hole, and that will make the score 9-0 at the end of the second inning. West Defford on top as we prepare for the third. And we approach the top of the third inning. Again, we are here with JV softball coach Bob Veight. Eagles up 9-0.
Not sure if the broadcast picks up how vocal and how great Kelly is behind the plate. Every pitch.
Great point. When we were down in Florida, my middle daughter is getting into softball now, and she was just amazed with the leadership of Kelly behind the plate. It was really impressive. The most impressive thing for me is the intensity that she operates back there with.
Oh, yeah. And it's funny, in between innings, smile, hey, coach, how you doing? Gets back there, that mask goes on, it's business.
Oh, yeah.
Take a look, as you mentioned, your middle daughter. Watch the step, the infield, step, every pitch.
When you say step, what are you referring to?
Fundamentals, getting on your toes, make sure you're not on your heels. What am I doing if the ball comes to me? Where am I going? Now, right now, obviously nobody on base, but that's something at the JV and developmental levels we have to stress. Step, as the ball is about to leave the pitcher's hand, step. Getting in your squat position. Look, see, every pitch. It's important. Every pitch. Never flat-footed, never without a plan. If the ball comes to me, what are we doing? What is my job if the ball does not come to me? That's a big piece early years.
Ava Watkins up the bat for the Rams. Coach, what's the area? Now you talk about fundamentals at the JV freshman levels. What are the areas? As Watkins, it's a rolling ground ball over to Victoria Connolly.
Nice.
I'm sorry, Macy Harold. We'll wrap that one up. What are the areas that young softball players are deficient in right now that really need to be the focus if you're coming into the high school next year as a freshman?
Situations. So You know, when a coach does infield, outfield reps, what we like to do is put somebody on base with a helmet on. You know, how many outs? Okay, we're going to put this runner on second. We've got 1 out. Ball's in between second base and right field. What are we doing? Who's the cut? Where are we going? Who's the backup? Even the pitcher, where should you be? Filling in the spots for backup situations. So it's the mental piece. It's not just let's go grip it and rip it. You know, at the younger ages, you're just seeing a straight pitch. You get to high school and there's different pitches. That's baseball and softball.
Kayla Van Elsen, the shortstop, steps into the batter's box. And what is it about Bella Kwasiak that makes her such a dominant pitcher?
I think one big piece is the absolute durability. She give me the ball. You know, she'll take the ball. You know, you've heard the expression. You watch the Phillies, Major League Baseball. Oh, he takes the ball every 5th day. Bella takes the ball every day, and she wants the ball every day, and she's up for that challenge, and she's ready to go.
The thing I love about young teams is that they grow together. You know, it's kind of like getting married young. You know, you guys are really kind of young and immature and just having fun, and when it starts and you go through your ups and downs, but you know, a year, 2 years, 3 years in, you are just a whole different relationship. And I think that's what I see as an outsider looking in on this young West Effort team is they have grown exponentially throughout this season and could be a very dangerous team. They are a very dangerous team in Group 2 South.
I would agree. There's only really one graduating player.
Yeah.
So you're looking at a very similar core, if not exact, next year.
Yeah, Nicole Anderson, the only starter on the team as a senior. And to Nicole's credit, she has done an unbelievable job taking these guys under her wings and doing everything she can to assist them.
100%. What I would say about that, having taught Nicole and have Nicole, we get check-ins every morning at Homer, and her leadership off the field, it needs to be highlighted. It needs to be highlighted. I mean, what she does communication-wise, attitude-wise, she brings it, you know, when she's not in a softball uniform, and that's huge.
Yeah, definitely consistent. Skylar Nicholas puts one into right, and that is a fair ball.
Good piece.
Great hit right there by Skylar Nicholas.
Couple opposite field hits.
Yeah, Sam Sutter couldn't run that one down. And that's, you know, I talked before you jumped on with us, Coach, about Bella's really living on the outside of the plate here. And I guess that's,
there's your 2 opposite hits then,
right.
Opposite fields right there.
Amanda Briggs steps into the box here, and Bella looks to quiet the storm that Overbrook is trying to bring right now to the Eagles with a runner on third and 1 out.
Third base creeping up just in case.
I would not be surprised. Kelly Hartman likes to keep runners on their toes. Would not be surprised to see her throw down to third here just to keep Nicholas uncomfortable. Oh, that's going to be a problem. Fouled off her foot.
Must have hit her foot, that ball.
All right, and the first piece of adversity that Kwasiak has seen today with runners on first and third, 2 outs. What are you thinking right now, Coach? What's the play here? Up 9-0 with 1 out.
Outs. Get outs, play clean.
Okay.
With this score, this point in the game, let's get clean. Let's get outs. Let's communicate, stay up, pick each other up. But wouldn't a double play be nice? Here we go. There it is.
Yep.
All right, we get a steal.
So you don't mind having the runner move over there?
No, she might not have. I mean, she threw it. It was a reaction play. A pump fake right there and a snap look at first might have been the play, but that's all in the moment. That's all right. Given the score, I think right now let's get an out at first. Base hit. Let's cut it off at the plate.
Amanda Briggs steps in for the Rams in a big spot here with runners on second and third. Oof. Yeah, that's where Kwasiak wants to live right there.
Yeah, bottom away.
And I think it's really gained an incredible amount of respect for pitchers in both softball and baseball, having to deal with an uncontrollable. You can't control the umpire behind the plate.
Correct.
And it is an absolute mental warfare to keep it together when things don't necessarily go your way. Ball high.
Correct.
Runs
Kelly
the
trying to calm her down, giving the universal, the hands, the
There
slow
we go.
hands. You see Nicole every pitch. Look, she's talking to the left field, talking Natalie, talking about placement, where to shade. Here we go. Trading and run for an out.
All right, you don't mind that.
No. No. Because right now they're trying to keep the pressure on, trade a couple runs if they have to, go up and score 5 more.
Yeah.
You know, their goal in mind is to, let's go. Let's stay healthy. Let's play 5, not 7.
As here comes the 4-hole hitter, Lily Augusto, to the plate, center fielder, looking to continue to do some damage here. Rolling ground ball to Jaden Kelly.
Well done.
Impressive. And that it will squash the attack from the Rams. They will only come out of the inning with 9-1 as we head into the bottom of the third. Coach Veight, you got time for us? You got to get out of
Yeah,
here.
I can do one more inning, Coach. Let's do it.
One more inning with you. All right, so we will be back with the bottom of the third as your West Effort Eagles lead the Overbrook Rams 9-1.
Oh, okay. I want the Bryce Harper, Dad. Oh, do you?
Yeah, it's going to make it easy to, it's going to make it easy for Christmas presents.
Oh, yeah. Oh, trust me. Trust me. He got a brand new helmet. Nice fresh batting glove. That was no Santa knows he plays baseball. Oh, yeah, Alex. I mean, Ryan really didn't come into it until this year. You know, obviously feels he's doing everything. Really good stuff. So it's called Rookie One, where the coach can choose the pitcher. So you're going to right across the coach pitches to him while playing. Doesn't know how. There's one hop. He don't even know what he's doing. He's just like ripping. He's like, yeah, man. And, you know, T-ball, everybody's safe. So one hop, the steps in the back. He's like, hey, you can't stay there. He's out. I don't know what's going on right now. She's not going to argue right now. She's animated. Something's going on.
This is eating up your time.
They're doing Pittman in about 45 minutes. I'll do the wrap back. So did I. When you said it, I did.
And we return to the top of the third inning as we are attempting to work our way through some kind of conversation between the coaching staffs.
The only thing I can think of that would happen between innings is their pitcher does not like the setup of the mound. Something might be off or crooked. Couldn't be a batting out of order issue. But it's done, so here we go.
Yep, moving on. Jaden Kelly, pop fly to...
Now, I will tell you, knowing Jaden, she is furious with herself right now.
100%.
But you like that. As a coach, you like that.
And this is where the Eagles cannot get complacent, can't get comfortable. Not that they would, but you'd like to see them keep their foot on the pedal here. Overbrook getting a run on the board, a little bit of momentum swinging their way. Amaya Smith coming out, getting a quick out. It's exactly what the Rams are looking for. With Kelly Hartman up. Always seems windy out here.
Well, maybe we'll catch one.
Well, we've already had a couple hit the fence right in front of us. It's another high pop fly to center field.
Communication.
That is Lily Augusto sliding over in center to make the catch. And that is, I believe, 3 pitches and 2 outs for Maya Smith. And that is exactly what the doctor ordered coming out of scoring a run in the top of the 3rd.
Center fielder's ball all the way. Glove on the left side. Absolutely.
Kwashek back up. She is 2 for 2 on the day with a stand-up double and a single. West effort's been tough with 2 outs today, but Amaya Smith trying to put this inning to bed in a hurry.
Started with 2.
How hard is it when you go through a lineup the second time around?
Well,
as a pitcher,
you know, you got to think back. What did they do to, what happened last time? When you watch the Phillies game, listen to the broadcast, pitchers' ERA, it goes up. It goes up each time through the lineup. That's why a lot of pitchers don't last into those late innings.
And that's going to be gone.
Yahtzee.
Wow, that was an absolute bomb from Bella Kwashek, who makes it clear that she is not taking her foot off the pedal at all. And is it not okay to talk about the cycle when you're
No, that you can talk about
cycle?
that.
I know
No, we don't talk about no hitters and perfect games.
Right.
We can talk about the cycle. And that ball is on the shot put.
But she currently has a single, a double, and now a home run to add to her 3rd at-bat. And she is a triple away. Tough part to get a triple in, though, with the short porches to right and left.
Very. You'd have to get a dive and a bounce.
Wow, that was just crushed. She's going to be something special. Continues to mature, and she can get done on both the mound and at the plate.
And that's big. Mental piece. That had to feel good.
Yeah.
Have a day.
Yeah.
Roll into the next game.
This freshman Macy Harold steps up to the plate. RBI single for Macy last time up.
Had quite the shot of her own that Saturday. We had a home game against Haddonfield. I remember that one.
She
did. There's no doubt about it. I mean, how good's that? Freshman game, varsity, freshman player on varsity.
We have a couple good classes coming through. And Macy's part of one as a freshman group that can make some noise here over the next couple years. Swings at the outside pitch, but the damage has been done by pitcher Bella Kwashek with a solo home run that puts the Eagles up 10-1 as we move to the top of the 4th. And unfortunately, Coach Veight, where are you off to this evening?
I'm off to Pittman, to West Deptford Little League, the 10-year-old league, and my son's pitching tonight, so off I go.
Outstanding. Right. Are you calling the pitches, or are you just a spectator tonight?
No, I coach 3rd and keep the book, Coach.
Well, Coach, thank you so much for jumping on with us last minute.
Right.
Great job by you, brother.
It was unplanned. I enjoyed it. And there's Jesse Diaz right there.
Hey, Jess Diaz.
Hi, Jesse. All right, Coach. Thanks for having me.
You got it.
All right,
we'll be back to the top of the 4th inning right after this.
Thursday's away, right? Well, let me know. I'll do that again. I enjoyed that.
Awesome.
I like the unplanned stuff, man. Come on, guys. Be good.
And we return to the nest top four. West Effort leads Overbrook in this Group 2 South preliminary matchup. And Bella Kwasiak on the first pitch to Maddie Himes gets her to ground out to Macy Harold at second. And the Eagles pick up where they left off in the field as Kwasiak with a home run in the bottom of the third is heating up. Amaya Smith, pitcher for Overbrook, steps into the plate. Amaya had a stand-up double her last at-bat, lefty on lefty, as we said. Amaya seeing the ball well and looks to get Overbrook moving here again. Overbrook has had a couple opportunities to score with runners in position. However, West Effort has done a great job with 2 outs to quell the attack of the Rams. Bella comes right at her. Coach Veight, who was just on with us, talked about the confidence level that a pitcher can gain from helping herself out at the plate, and Maya Smith looking to do that here as she takes a change up low, makes the count 2-1. Outside. Ball 3. Looking at the rest of the Group 2 South bracket, Cedar Creek, who's had an incredible season both in softball and baseball, sits to the 1 seed with Colonial Conference foe Haddon Heights at the 2. As Kwasiak stays away from Amaya Smith, that'll put Smith on first base. West Effort had a phenomenal battle with Haddon Heights in their second meeting of the year. 4-3 extra inning victory for the Garnets. But great to see Colonial Conference representation across the board as Abby Boyle steps in to run for Amaya Smith at first. Lorelei McNally does her job by moving the runner to second in a scoring position, and this is a position that the Rams have found themselves in multiple times through this game with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. And so far, Kwasiak has been up to the task of shutting down the attack of the Rams and getting herself and her team out of a jam. And she looks to do so again here with 2 outs and a runner on second, up 10-1 in the top of the 4th. And that is a first pitch fly ball for Bella Boyle as Isabella Kwasiak once again mediates the threat of the Rams and sends us into the bottom of the 4th inning with West Effort up 10-1. And here we are, bottom of the 4th inning in this NJSIAA Group 2 South preliminary round. A look around at the remainder of the bracket. Top of the half of the bracket, we said Cedar Creek hosting Medford Tech, a very good Cedar Creek team. They dominated all year. Colonial Conference Representative Collingswood sits in the 9 seed with a drive to Barnegat. Number 5, Cinnaminson hosts Haddonfield at the 12. And rounding out the top half of the bracket, the 4th seeded Sterling Knights host Oakcrest today. So plenty of Colonial Conference flavor. In the Group 2 bracket, as Victoria Connolly grounds out to start the inning. And once again, for the second inning in a row, Amaya Smith, it's a 1 pitch, 1 out to start the inning, was cruising until Bella Kwashek went deep to right field. Sam Sutter steps up to the plate. Eagles, I'm sure, looking to tack a few more runs onto this lead, trying to get that count above 10. Sutter, hard hit ball to second base, and a nice play by second baseman, number 18, Ava Watkins. Watkins doing a really nice job in the field, a diving stab earlier, and another nice play right there. So Amaya Smith doing what she did early in the game, keeping balls on the ground and in the infield. Overbrook starting to settle in and play better defense. As left fielder Nat McGivern steps into the box. Two down here, top 4. Excuse me, bottom 4. McGivern takes a look at a ball high. But again, 2 outs have not been much deterrent to the Eagles today, who have scored a number of runs with 2 outs, most recently Kwashek's home run in the 3rd. The wind picks up. McGivern takes a strike outside, runs it to 2-2. Maya Smith working that outside edge all game today, as is Bella Kwashek on the Eagles mound. She goes back there low and outside. Good eye by Nat, 3-2. Giver fouls that one off. Wind picks up slightly here on a gorgeous 80-degree day. It truly feels like May after yesterday's threat of storms have passed. And we hope for great weather moving throughout the playoffs. Given fouls another one off. Always a tough time of year for spring sports. You know, you don't want to say they get the bad end of the stick, but there's just so much going on this time of year, and not distractions because they're all positive events, but there are a lot of things that you're trying to balance right now as you go into the playoffs for the spring. You have proms, graduations, different end-of-year school events. It's a special time for the seniors. You want them to stay locked in. So a lot going on this time of year for all schools. As McGivern rips one right up the center, over top of second base, into center field for a 2-out single, and the Eagles look to rally here late in the bottom of the 4th. The freshman, Erin Thayers, steps into the box. Coach Veight had spoken about Erin's speed earlier, and she hit a roller to short, which she beat out with her speed. So you got to believe that Overbrook is aware, and the pressure's on them. And any ground ball, they got to make a play in a hurry to get Thayers out. Thayers with a bunt, a slap bunt. Oh, slap bunt to beat it out to first base. Coach Sydney Jacobowski keeps her foot on the throttle, trying to stay aggressive on the base paths, and sends McGivern to third. You know, up 10-1, you don't mind taking a risk right there and seeing if Overbrook is still on their toes right there. Coach Jacobowski has been aggressive throughout the year on the base paths, and that's another example of it. So Thayers reaches, however, McGivern thrown out at third, and that will end the 4th inning. Score Eagles 10, Overbrook Rams 1 as we head to the top of the 5th. And we approach the top of the 5th inning as Overbrook looks to tack on some runs and mount a late game comeback. Isabella Kwasiak on the mound for the Eagles. Outstanding performance so far today, both on the mound and at the plate. Misses high and outside there. Count now 2-0. Eagles with a 9-run lead, trying to keep the Rams at bay. Overbrook doing a nice job of really just settling in and being consistent, and has done a real nice job in the field the past few innings. The unfortunate thing for Overbrook is that they have not been able to capitalize with runners in scoring position. And that'll be another strikeout for Bella Kwasiak. As we move to the top of the Overbrook lineup, Kayla Van Elselen, the shortstop, who's had a solid day today. Kwasiak not backing down, going right after batters. Seems like she is getting stronger as the game continues. Would love to get a 1-2-3 inning here and stay away from the middle of the Overbrook lineup, and she kisses the edge of the plate again. Both pitchers getting that call today. They're setting up shop over there on the outer edge. Bella tries to get Kayla to chase outside, runs the count to 1-2. Nobody on, 1 out. Top 5. Oh, great. Riser, I believe they call that one the rise. I'm sure if I'm wrong, my wife will scream it when I get home. That is a tough pitch to hit, coming low to high, and a great pitch to finish off Van Elselen for the 2nd out of the inning as Skylar Nicholas, left fielder, steps into the batter's box here for Overbrook. Trying to get something going with 2 outs. Fouls that one off. Bottom of the Group 2 bracket, Delran hosts Deffert today. Obviously Overbrook here at West Deffert. Middle Township hosts the Manchester Township Hawks. That's 7-10. And Haddon Heights hosting Lower Cape May as Nicholas fouls another one off. Makes the count 0-2. Cedar Creek has had a dominant year. Absolutely deserving of the 1 seed. And after that, it's really anybody's ball game. Haddon Heights, a young team with a lot of energy and a lot of really good talent. Cedar Creek beat Heights 8-1 earlier this year. As Nicholas fouls one off to left field. So just by looking at the record and strength of schedule, you'd say Cedar Creek has the edge at 21-4. Nicholas fouls another one off. But it's this time of year where special things can happen, and we really believe that West Deffert is slightly under the radar and a young team who's starting to peak and peaking at the right time with really solid pitching and timely at-bats could certainly project you deep into the playoffs. Skylar doing a really nice job at the plate, just battling here. Makes the count 1-2 with 2 outs. Nobody on. The wind starts to pick up. She'll foul another one off, and you gotta wonder. In the mind of a pitcher when you have a batter's really fighting up there and fouling off pitch after pitch after pitch. What kind of toll does that take on the pitcher, and how patient can the pitcher be? Viola scoops it up. Hard throw over first base. Nice play by the third baseman. Great response by Belaquashek to end that half inning. And the Eagles go into the bottom of the fifth, up 10-1. And we return to West Everett High School in the nest as your West Everett Eagles softball team looks to extend the lead and try to end this game here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Right where you want to be with your leadoff hitter, Nicole Anderson, up at the plate and a 10-1 lead. Maya Smith on the mound for the Overbrook Rams. As Nicole ropes one to short. Great play by Kayla Van Elslen. Take away a base hit. That is a momentum play right there. If Nicole Anderson beats that one out, I think it deflates the Rams slightly. Kayla Van Elsen keeps that from happening. Nice play by the shortstop. She had a good game, as had Maya Smith, the pitchers. Getting rolling ground balls where she needs to. Also has done a nice job at the plate. She finds the outside edge against two-hitter Jaden Kelly. And it just feels a little bit like too little too late right now for the Rams. But if they can hold off West Everett here and make something special happen, as Jaden Kelly rips one to third base and beats that ball out. Great job by the third baseman, Maddie Himes, just keeping the ball in front. Those are two hard hit balls by the 1 and 2 hitters for West Everett. That one can't get there in time, and Jaden Kelly is on first base with a hustle single. As catcher Kelly Hartman steps into the batter's box. The winner of today's game will face the winner of Delran and Defford on Thursday. As Kelly Hartman turns on one. Off third baseman Himes' glove, and Van Elslen will eat that ball, and West Everett has runners on first and second. And Coach Veight, we're going to get a mound visit here for Overbrook. Coach Veight talked about it earlier. The speed of some of these West Everett players puts a lot of pressure on any ball hit on the ground in the infield. Anderson, Jaden Kelly, Kelly Hartman right out of the gate. A lot of speed right there. And then your power hitter is Belaquashek in the 4-hole. So if this lineup can get hot and stay hot with timely hits and great hustle, they can certainly make a run in the Group 2 playoffs and hopefully compete for a sectional title, which hasn't happened since 2016 with probably one of the best softball teams that West Everett has ever had. And this young West Defford team will certainly get a great feel for what the playoff atmosphere is all about and what it takes. And hats off to Coach Sidney Jacobowski and Kyle Britt for their consistency in developing this team this season and bringing along young talent, which is not always easy. As Kwasiak steps up to the plate with runners on first and second, 1 out. Smith trying to catch the outside edge there, misses. Kwasiak, high fly ball, dropping in shallow center. That's a nice job. Center fielder Lily Augusto. And Amaya Smith gets herself out of some big time trouble. Bella Kwasiak has had a day with a stand-up double, a single, and a home run. So crisis averted with the 4-hole hitter, but Macy Harold sits at the plate now with a runner in scoring position. As the Eagles 1 run away from a 10-run rule 5-inning victory. But Amaya Smith knows the circumstances, and this Overbrook Rams defense has really stepped up past 2 or 3 innings. Macy Harold, slow roller to third base, and that is foul. Tough situation for the Eagles here in the sense that first through third is simply a tag play, and the Eagles will have to get something into the outfield to score a run and advance runners. It's a high fly ball into the honey hole, and that is going to do it for West Defford. Macy Harold on a shallow fly ball into right field over the head of the second baseman will put this game to rest. An 11-1 10-run rule victory in round 1 of the Group 2 South playoffs for your 6th-seeded Eagles. Great job by all. Star of the game today, certainly the pitcher, Bella Kwasiak, getting it done at the plate, and a single, double, and home run to open this game wide. Great job by the Eagles. They will play the winner of the Delran Defford game, and that game will be played on Thursday. So thank you for watching our live stream, our first spring playoff action here at the Nest as your softball team gets it done today 10-1. Have a great day, West Defford.